Now I'm going to copy and paste this to make it easy. And I'm going to go ahead and tell it to create 12 tasks from what I'm copying and pasting. Taxes don't have to be fun, but they can be organized. If you are a business owner with more to manage than W-2s for your taxes, you are going to want to watch this. This is how I set up a recurring task that pops up with exactly the tax documents that we need to get together to send to our CPA. This process can be used to do your personal taxes or your business taxes. And there's just 3 things that you need. Number 1, you need a project management system. I'm going to show you how to do it in ClickUp. Number 2, an app on your phone to scan documents. That way everything can be digital. And number 3, a secure file storage like Dropbox or Drive so that you can store all of those tax documents right in there. All right, so if we look at our ClickUp, this is a demo account, and we've got over here a space called Finance and Admin. This might be how you have set it up, or you might have it set up differently if it's your personal ClickUp account. And then we have a list called F&A Backlog. So we're just going to add that task, year tax prep documents, right in here. So if I click on that, we're going to open it up and start adding subtasks for all the things that we have to gather for getting our taxes done. Now I'm going to copy and paste this to make it easy. And I'm going to go ahead and tell it to create 12 tasks from what I'm copying and pasting. Now, these are just ideas. Yours might look different than this, but ideas that you could add are 1099s, W-2s, K-1s, and in bracket company name, because you might have multiple K-1s that you're getting depending on if you have equity in any other companies. Childcare statements, home property taxes, 501c3 donations, stock, and you can see why I have XYZ here, because you might have multiple 1099s from different stock portfolios that you have. Other things might be money market interest 1099s. And also, if you own any rental properties personally, you might have property taxes. You might have rental income and expenses, 1099s from your rental tenants. So think about everything that you have to gather to get your taxes done and create those as a subtask. And the final one, and I think it's an important one, is the submit to CPA. And you check this off after you send the email with all the stuff that needs to be done, or you upload it in their system, whatever their process is, you get it to the CPA and then you check this off. And then you have accountability for yourself saying, yes, I did send it to them. I don't need to go and search my email or try to go back and forth with the CPA to make sure I got everything. The last thing, we're going to leave it like this for right now. Don't check anything off because we are going to do our recurring task from this. Okay. So right now we have our template, and to change it to a recurring task so that it pops up every mid-January, that's what I like to do, is we're going to set a cadence to it. So we're going to come up here and we're going to hit on dates. And let's go ahead and assign this to, I'm going to assign this to me. And then we're going to have it, and you can assign it to whoever. If somebody else in your household does the taxes, assign it to them. If you're doing it for business and you have an accountant or somebody on your team that does it, assign it to them. So it's the person that needs to lead this project. All right. So we're going to start setting up the cadence for when we want this to recur. So we're going to come down here and we're going to say, we want to set this to recur. Now, I want it to be mid-January when this pops up so I can remember, oh, I need to start doing this. So I'm going to say January 22nd. I know it's in the past right now. Don't worry about that. We're going to change it after we set the recurrence. So we're going to click on Set Recurring. Now, if you're doing this in Asana, it is very similar. So you can do recurring tasks in both ClickUp and Asana. If you're doing this in Monday, you're going to do it slightly different because they don't have recurring tasks, but you can still set up this as a template and then just reuse the template every year when you get ready to prep for your taxes. All right. So we're going to come over here and we want this to recur yearly and when it's closed. So that's already marked. And we want to create a new task. We don't want to create the entire, just have the same task popping up. So we want it to be a brand new task every year. And we're going to go over here to options. And I like to make sure that the description is going to stay the same. I like having that in there. And then I also want it to be assigned. So assignees in there. So all that is done by default. So we look really good. And I'm going to go ahead and close that out. I don't need for my preferences need anything else to come over. And I want to say recur forever. All right. So now we are looking really good and I'm going to click save here. All right. So now we've got this January 22nd date here, and we've got now the recurring cadence to it. So you can see every year down here, and this little symbol here means that it has recurring set up for it. So it's that simple. Some other things that I like to do in here is in the description, if you're using something like Dropbox or Drive for your taxes, put the URL for that year right here, because then you don't have to go in to open up Dropbox and then pull up the URL. No, you can just click on it for that year right here. And when you're ready to use the template, then you change the year. So now this year will be the 2023 tax prep documents, and you can start going through and collecting everything that you need. If you like this hack, please drop a comment down below and let us know. And to get more Workday Ninja hacks, be sure to click to subscribe.